Going on, guys? T-Mogul back again. How you guys doing? I'm doing okay. I'm alive, well, and all other good stuff. You know, I finally found my good box because I lost it somewhere because of unpacking some shit here. I can go ahead and show you guys what I have for the Jenny, so that way you guys, I guess, have an idea of why I was talking about in that long ass other video about what I was so happy about getting the car with and everything that came with the car from the previous owner. That wasn't negative, which was actually positive. So far I have this right here, these injectors. Sorry for the mess. These injectors I think they're DW injectors, I think, because it came out of this box right here. So yeah, and this is where the fuel pump came into. Now I have the fuel pump filter right there also. So don't know if this is a good brand or not, but it came with it. So oh yeah, fuel pump injectors, all that good stuff. Yeah, so I have that right there. And I also have the Haltech that I told you guys that he gave with me, brand new out of the box. I opened it. Yeah, so it's legit, you know, a whole ECU that I need to focus on getting in and everything. And hard flash drive. Haven't touched one of these since fucking high school. Jesus. Yeah, it has pins and stuff in here. Don't know what that does. I got stickers of Evil Energy, cool, and I got a pamphlet for BK Theta, quick start guide, blah blah blah. So that's cool. This right here is gonna get me to where I need to get at for this motor to work properly. Also, from English Touch Performance, I got a E85 kit, and it's from them, so they know everything works. It's just a bunch of, this is the sensor itself to, I guess, for flex fuel, I'm guessing, to a degree. Yeah, and I have a bunch of thick ass wires. Oh yeah, thick ass wires for it, and some more stuff right here. So yeah, it's the whole flex fuel kit right here, I guess, to switch over between 93 and E85 if I wanted to, and then get that dialed in with the ECU from Haltech and get that all dialed in. And I don't know, I called the guy because I didn't know any better about it, but it's right here. He told me, the guy that the English Test Performance people over there had told me that they got these, and these are race series ACL engine bearings, and he had told me they got them, but he gave it back to the guy because they weren't any good, and he put King's bearings in the car, so it has King's aftermarket bearings in it. So I guess these are shitty. So I won't be using these at all. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. But he said these are shitty, so I'm not gonna worry about these. So it does have King bearings in there and whatever. But also he said I have the valve springs right here. I think he said that these may be a little too strong for the engine setup. Maybe, I don't remember. But I'm gonna probably go back and ask him about it again and see. In the future, I don't know, I might have to, I mean, they're brand new in the box, plastic and everything, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the main goods of it, you know, valve bearings, engine bearings, injectors, E85 flex fuel kit right here, Haltech ECU right there. I have everything I need to go ahead and get the car to a certain point, which is, you know, what it was made for, and it's their stage 1 engine. So I talked to them, and I told them what do I need to get it to the point where it's supposed to be at, but not to the point where I don't want to do the big turbo. Like, I just want to use the factory location of the turbo and just get the most out of it without having to do the big turbo thing, because that's another 5 bands that I'm gonna have to do just to do the whole big turbo kit and everything, to get the turbo kit relocated and higher up to make it look better and do what it's supposed to do. So I'm probably just not gonna do that till a while maybe, but I just want to get it to the point where it's making the optimum power, the most power for that turbo's location without having to spend $5,000. So I'm probably gonna look into that. I'm gonna go show you guys where the ECU was moved to in that car, and yeah, give you guys an update. So I'll see you at the garage. Okay, we're in the garage now, and I'm gonna show you guys where the ECU got relocated. It's kind of dark here. Let me get my phone flashlight out so I can show you guys. So it got relocated down here. I never messed with it to see or anything, but from the instructions of, you know, said the Haltech ECU is supposed to be, you're supposed to relocate it down here, and that's what it looks like. I never toyed with it or anything because everything on here seems to work fine. And oh look, I see something unplugged right there. Another plug right there unplugged. That yellow one. So I can show you. Yeah, I don't know where that goes. So yeah, I haven't messed with this or anything to see how it works and everything, because so far everything works. But yeah, so the ECU is down here underneath here. I do have occasions where I do kick it, but not very often. So it's like a very rare occasion if I do kick it. And I don't know what this, I think this is for that sub back there, this red thing. But yeah, that's where that is. I also have that plugged in right there, and it goes all the way down back there too. But yeah, the only thing that's stopping me from actually showing you guys the actual like driving POV of this car is because I can't get it tagged. It won't pass emissions because I have to check engine light on it. Not because of the no catalytic converter on here, but it just has a check engine light and it won't pass. And the code for it is, I think, P2251 or 52, whichever one. But hold on, let me show you guys. So watch this. Everything works in here, obviously. It works. Everything works, obviously. Turn this down, no copyright. My sensor doesn't work because I had to unplug it to plug it back in for the factory location, the factory harness. So it won't read anything. But yeah, this is the actual code right here. It's P2251, which essentially is a code where it gives you two options. Either A, it's a faulty oxygen sensor in bank 1 sensor 1, or B, there's a shortage in a circuit for in the wiring harness for it, or C, some kind of wiring issue. So both, like, B and C is pretty much the same thing, just like either it's like a circuit problem or a wiring issue. So I've took the car to Hyundai, and they straight up told me when I told them the issue that it was a PCM issue. And I was like, okay, cool, you know, I talked to some people about it, and they were like, oh yeah, you know, just replace the PCM and everything. But then obviously, you know, I have my good friend Google tell me that, you know, replacing the PCM requires, you know, reprogramming and all those other, you know, tedious process kind of stuff. So I don't think it's a PCM issue from the symptoms, but I did have an issue where I did drive it like hard. Maybe like for like, I mean, a good chunk of the day, but for a few hours, and then I drove it back home, and the air fuel ratio the sensor just went gone, and it just thought like the car just shut off. Like the voltage and everything was good, so there was no vacuum leak. I checked, and it cranked back up after it sat for a little while. So, but it did cut off on me a few times that day. So I don't know if that, I mean, it was a part of the symptoms where the car stalled. So I don't know if that's an indication, like a clear indication of a PCM issue. But then again, like, it gave me a whole slew of list of codes telling me like, hey, this is the codes that usually show of a bad PCM that needs to be replaced. And this code, PT251 code, it has nothing to do with the PCM. But then again, it did show a symptom of that one time where it cut off on me when I was sitting or mid-drive. So I don't know if that tells me directly that's a PCM issue, but I'll keep that on the back burner. But I bought the oxygen sensor I got in there, plugged into the wiring harness. Now factory wiring harness is from DriveWire. It's a brand off carparts.com. But then I was reading online that for these cars or whatever, you're not supposed to use anything but Bosch or NTK or NGK brands, but usually most people go to NTK and NGK because it works fine. So I'm gonna try again, buy another O2 sensor for bank 1 and see if this will get rid of the check engine light so I can pass the mission so I can drive the car legally. That is that option, first option. If not, I'm just gonna change my address on my ID to another address and not have to worry about emissions, or see if it's actually a PCM issue and see about that. But that's pretty much the only thing stopping me. The car drives. I drove it the couple times it didn't cut off on me ever since that one day. But that is the main thing holding me up right now, is that fucking check engine light. But if I really don't care about check engine light, because I was like, if I can get away with just having that check engine light for just a few times, I can figure out, you know, getting everything I need, so that way I can put that Haltech in here and then just not have to worry about it again, if you know what I mean. Like, I can't just plug and play, because you have to go get it tuned the same day and then rewire everything and blah 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 to get that ECU in there. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right now. So I want to show you guys. So this is the bank 1 sensor, one thing that I was talking about, that I got from DriveWire from carparts.com, and I plugged it in right here on top of the downpipe. So this is the one I replaced, and the one that was to read the air fuel ratio is plugged right here, and it's just sitting right there. So I don't know if my wiring issue, like, because when I have this plugged in and this one not plugged in right here, the ECU tells me there's no bank 1 detection. So now that I have the factory one plugged in right here in the factory harness location, it's now telling me that P2251 code with this DriveWire O2 sensor. So it may be just a faulty O2 sensor, because people kept telling me the same thing about, oh, it's just your O2 sensor because what brand and everything and the kind of car I have. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get another O2 sensor and see if it'll go away and see what happens, because I don't think just having this plug-in with the aftermarket AEM air fuel ratio supposed to be plugged in right here has anything to do with it, from what I'm being told. So yeah, I just want to show you guys that this is what I'm dealing with, this specific O2 sensor that I replaced, because this is the one that matters out of the two sensors for this O2 sensors on this car. From what I know, that is the top stream. So, and it actually reads So yeah, I'm gonna try to replace that and see what happens, because I don't know. But yeah, I think the factory ECU is somewhere right here. I don't know. We're right over there. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with trying to get that replaced, everything, and hopefully, you know, I can finally drive it for you guys without getting in trouble. Well, I mean, I already got in trouble one time for driving this thing, so I'm not really trying to go through that again. So, but if any of you guys know, like, any Genesis owners, or you got anybody that has the same car, or some kind of electrical knowledge, I don't know shit about electric, like, I'm subpar, like, noob. Like, I need to be told, like, what I need to do, or just give me some kind of ideas if you guys have had this issue or that code pop up before, because I don't have any idea what to do. So I'm still gonna maybe try get another NTK O2 sensor and plug it in and erase it and see if it'll go away. But other than that, I don't have any, like, I only have those 3 ideas I should told you guys in this video. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, if you guys have any opinions or any like knowledge on this, please help me, because I don't know anything. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.